I'd like to extend my deep sympathies to the family of that woman in Galway. They're grieving at a time made a lot harder by the fact that it is so public and it is a very contentious issue in our state. Now, the people did speak in referendum and did firmly place responsibility upon their Oireachtas representatives to deal with the issue by means of legislation. And while many people do hold their own personal views, values, beliefs, we were elected as legislators. That's what we were here for, why we were in these houses. And with that, ultimately, does come responsibility. And as elected representatives and legislators, it is important that we do act to deal with the issue and the difficult issues caused for women and medical practitioners in this state by the current absence of legislation. The reality is now that we're no longer dealing with what-ifs, we're no longer dealing with hypothetical situations. The reality of the absence of our legislation for the X case has finally hit home, and we've seen that in Galway, and it is not acceptable. We have an expert group, and Minister Reilly is reported in the Dáil today that he's actually received that expert group report last night. So I would like to know when this report is going to be made public, and when are we finally going to get the legislation to deal with this. Senator Norris also raised a number of pertinent and important questions that need to be answered, and I think as legislators, as this issue is going to be on the agenda for a long time into the future, we do need the responses, and we do need, as a matter of urgency and priority, to deal with this issue, because, as I said, the reality has hit home. We're not dealing in hypothetical situations. A tragedy has occurred, and we now need to deal with this to prevent it happening to other women in the future. As Senator Heffernan says, these could be our sisters, our parents, it could be our daughters, and it just can't go on anymore.